This is a water filter, and if it looks like two buckets stacked on top of each other, that's because it pretty much is. But this filters up to 4 gallons of water at a time. It is the Uzima UZ-2, and today I'm gonna set this thing up for you guys, see how it performs, test it, and see if it lives up to the company's claims. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna set this thing up, and it seems like it should be pretty straightforward because there really is only 4 parts. There is the top bucket, the bottom bucket, you've got the water tap, backflow syringe, and this is the filter itself. Before we get too much further, I want to say that this video is sponsored by Business Connect, the creators of the Uzima UZ-2. They have sent this to me and they are allowing me to make this video and test it and see how it performs for you guys. So thank you to Business Connect for sponsoring this video. Okay, so I've never set this thing up yet. I really don't know anything about how it's going to perform aside from what I've read on their website. So here is the filter. This is the UZ-1. And it attaches to the bottom of this bucket, right inside this hole right here. First thing first, you're just gonna unscrew this cap. There we go. You can see the threads on this filter, and it shows the direction of the flow right there. You thread this filter into the bottom of the bucket. Fits in pretty snug. Definitely, there's a good tight seal on it, that's for sure. There, that's got to be all the way in there now. Right there, that's the filter completely set up. The other step now is to attach the water tap to the front of the bottom bucket. So we're gonna unscrew this. There's a couple of these O-rings in here, one for each side. And then, easily enough, just stick the tap through the front hole. And then on the inside of the bucket, hopefully you guys can see that, with the white, we're gonna screw this piece back into the faucet now. There you can see the inside. That's the back part of the tap. Tighten that piece down. All right, that's it, there you go. The water tap it's secured on there. I got it on nice and tight, feels sturdy. So that's it, it's a super easy setup, just attaching the filter and attaching the tap. That's about it. All that's left to do is fill this thing up with water and see how it filters. Let's go get some water. Okay, so I'm just at a regular old pond or lake. Not the greatest quality of water here, but that's why we do these tests inside here. All right, that's a full bucket of water. Let's take this thing back. Oh yeah, it's dripping water. Oh, it's flowing, that's for sure. All right. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the filter is doing its thing. We've got basically a full bucket of water, not completely to the top, but for all purposes that'll do just fine. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the filter is definitely running pretty smooth. Okay, with this thing on here now, I'm gonna let it filter and do its thing, and I'm gonna time how long it takes to filter this entire top bucket full of water, because that's about 4 gallons of water, about 15 liters, and they claim that this thing can filter all of that water in 15 minutes. So while this is filtering and doing its thing and we're timing it, I want to go over some of the claims the company has and some of the information about this system. So like I said before, this thing filters up to 4 gallons of water. Both the buckets hold 4 gallons or 15 liters of water. The filter utilizes hollow fiber membrane technology, which is the same as Sawyer filters, Katadyn filters, or Katadyn, I'm not really sure how you say that one, and LifeStraw, which are all trusted brands. It's that same sort of filtration process. The 0.1 micron filter removes up to 99.9999% of bacteria and other contaminants like dirt and sediment from water. It is certified by the World Health Organization, or the WHO, and like I said, the company claims that the filter only takes 15 minutes, which it's been about 4 minutes so far. Sounds like it's still flowing. Another thing the company claims is that the filter lasts 5 to 10 years when properly maintained, which is a crazy long time for a filter. And properly maintained means with regular back flushing, which I'm going to show you guys how to do a little bit later in this video. So about that 5 to 10 year lifespan of the filter, this is what the company told me. The lifetime of the UZ-2 really depends on the source of the water. If you're using really muddy, turbid water to filter, it'll clog the pores faster than clean, running water from a stream or a creek. So obviously if you're using muddy water, the filter's not going to last as long as like clear flowing water, which makes total sense. The directions of using the filter says to back flush it after every single use, which I'm assuming means the entire 4 gallons filtered out of the bucket, which is a lot of back flowing, but if you want the filter to last as long as possible, that's something you're gonna have to do. This only extends the life of the filter and keeps it flowing faster for longer. If you've ever used like a Sawyer squeeze without back flowing it, they get really slow and it sucks. So that's really all the information that I have on this filter. Let's see how far this has filtered, because it's been about like 8 minutes, so we're creeping up to that 15-minute mark. I don't know if you guys can see the water line, but it's about to there. So I don't really know how much water that is, but it's coming along. Let's see what's on top. Oh yeah, it's gone down quite a bit. We're getting there. Let's see if it lives up to that 15-minute mark, because we've got 5 or 6 minutes to go. Okay, so it's been just a little over 15 minutes and we're not quite done yet. The water is about up to here, so we've gotten like maybe 2 gallons of water or so out of this. We've still got a little ways to go. It's almost there out of all of that, but pretty good. I'd say 2 gallons of water in about 15 minutes. Not bad at all for literally doing nothing and just letting gravity do the filtering for us. All right, everyone, it's been just about a half an hour. It's not quite done filtering. There's only about that much water inside of it, so it's nearly there. So I'm gonna call that good right there. And I'm now gonna show you guys how to back flush the water and clean the filter. First thing, just take this off. As you can see, still some water flowing out of that. I'm just gonna dump this out. What is nice is that the directions on how to backflow this are just right on the side of this bucket. So pretty self-explanatory, it's very easy. In order to backflow, you need clean water. So that's a good opportunity to use the filtered water that we have in here and see how it is. It's coming through pretty quick, which is nice. There we go, we got about 24 ounces, or sorry, 32 ounces, 1,000 milliliters of water. Tastes fine. Filtered water, there we go. So we're gonna use this stuff to backflow the filter. All right, so first thing, get the clean water inside this syringe. There's our clean water inside this syringe. Flipping the bucket upside down, we just put this on the top, make sure it's in there nice and tight, and then we just push down on the syringe. Comes through pretty easily right now, which I would expect just because we've only used this like one time. So it does say to do this as many times as you need to until the water flows through easily and it comes out clear. There, comes through easily enough. I'd say that's good. So that's it, that's the simple backflow process. So there you have it, everyone. That's everything on this Uzima UZ-2 water filter. I definitely think this is a pretty sweet thing for a base camp, sort of like a home camping situation. It's obviously really good for a group of people. I mean, one of these buckets has enough water for 4 people for a single day. I mean, if you're camping, there's gonna be a lot more like cooking and cleaning, that sort of thing going on, but still, this thing filters out a lot of water. What I also like about this thing is that you just fill the top bucket with water and then just put it on top, and then you leave it and let it do its thing. If you've ever used like a Sawyer squeeze or a Katadyn filter, you need to physically push the water through. So what's nice is that you can just put this on a picnic table filled with water and let it filter over time and let it do its thing. This thing does take up a little bit more space, but that's because they're 4-gallon buckets, so it might take up a little bit more room inside your car. But what's nice is when you're storing this at home, you can just take the faucet off or the water tap, you can take the filter off and just stack the buckets inside of each other, and it takes up essentially half of the space. The buckets do feel just like a kind of a little bit flimsy, but nothing bad. I mean, you're not gonna break it just by using it. As long as you don't run this over with your car, you should be just fine. It's super convenient having the water tap. I like that because you can just turn that on and you've got water. I don't have a picnic table here right now or like my camp table because I forgot that. Luckily there's this bench here, but what's nice is if this is sitting up higher on a picnic table around that level, all you gotta do is just put your water bottle underneath and turn on the tap and you've got water. It's a super convenient way to get some water at your campsite. If you've got this on your picnic table, anybody can go up and just get water anytime they want to. I gotta say, I do wish that I had this thing like 2 years ago because I definitely could have used this on a lot of camping trips, just having water sitting on top of my picnic table. Also, if you're like a prepper kind of person, this could be a good solution for you because like they say, the filter lasts 5 to 10 years, which is a crazy amount of time. Obviously, we don't have the time to put that to test, but if that's true, the filter lasts quite a long time. So what does this entire thing cost? And that's kind of some good news because the entire system, all of this stuff that you see here and everything that I got only costs $80, which I think is a pretty good deal for a water filter system. I've seen many other ones that cost much more than that. So for the length of the filter use and the amount of water that you can filter, $80 is a pretty good deal. Replacement filters, which are called the UZ-1, which is kind of confusing because this is the UZ-2 is the whole system. The water filter itself is the UZ-1. Those replacement filters cost $50. So if you don't want to pay $50 for replacement filters as often, I definitely suggest regularly backflowing this thing just to keep it working longer and have it filter water faster. So there you have it, everyone. That was a quick demonstration on how to set this up, a little test on the water filter itself, and showing you guys how to backflow the filter. If you guys are interested in picking up this system for yourself, there are affiliate links in the description of this video that will help support my channel and these videos at no extra cost to you guys. So for anyone who uses those affiliate links, thank you very much. That's a great way to support my channel. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys have any questions about this system or anything that you have to say about it or recommendations. If there's anything that I missed, please let me know. I'd love to hopefully answer some of those questions or maybe put out a future video on this if there is anything that I missed on this system. Thank you all for watching this video and I will see you in my next one.